think As Good as Gold is full of people who, they love dogs, they think that they deserve the world, and they do, and they're willing to spend time and money and resources to be sure that the dogs who need that get it.
So As Good as Gold kind of came about 20 years ago. There actually was another golden retriever operation at that time, and they decided they wanted to kind of take it to the next level and do better.
Carol Peterson, Robin Sweeney, and I all volunteered for a former golden retriever rescue. And all of a sudden one night we looked at each other and go, we could do it better.
We then met at Robin Sweeney's house and ended up making the group, and we became As Good as Gold, and that's the story from there to today.
As of date, we've rescued just over 3,300 dogs since we started in May of 2003, and what an accomplishment. I think all of us look to Robin still, even though she's no longer here. Sadly, we lost her 6 years ago. We want to continue her legacy, to continue to save as many dogs as we can.
It's certainly bigger, and we bring in more dogs. The process hasn't changed very much. We still do the same thing. We still bring in dogs who need some sort of help in a bad situation. We bring them in, we clean them up, we get them treated at the vet, and they go into a foster home for a short time and match them up to an adoptive family. So that has not changed in 20 years.
We have all of the dogs are in people's homes, so we can get to know them. You know, are they potty trained? Will they chew on anything? How do they do if they're being crated or confined in an area? How are they with other dogs, children? So being in a home environment, we really pride on that, to know that these dogs are in somebody's home, being loved the same way as they love their own dogs, and being able to give them that foundation.
We get dogs come in for a variety of reasons and resources. Some are retired breeder dogs that come in from commercial breeders.
A lot of these breeder dogs, these females, are very shut down. They never had normal dog experiences.
One of the first things you find with a breeder, they've never done stairs, just like a puppy has never done stairs. And so you either teach them that or your mentor dog teaches them that.
It's truly the most amazing feeling when you can see a dog like a breeder female come out of its shell and start to become social and playful and trusting of humans.
One of the most rewarding things is when they'll look you in the eyes, because then you know they trust you.
Being able to see those dogs go from having to be carried from one vehicle to the other, and seeing them when I pick them up at the vet or transport them and see them on Facebook, it's just so rewarding.
One of the things that I've noticed fostering, and I always thought this too, is how can I foster? How can I let a dog go? Like after having a dog in my life for 3 months, it's hard to let go of the dogs, but there's this joy that you see when you see what you've contributed. You've done something that brings joy to another family.
Our mission has always been that we will rescue every dog regardless of veterinary cost. And we couldn't do that if we didn't have generous donors. If we had limited funds, we would have to start picking and choosing. Okay, well, we have 2 dogs and they both have $8,000 hip surgeries. Which one gets it? We don't have enough money for both. Well, that's a horrible decision to make. And it'd be horrible for the dog who didn't get the surgery.
We had 247 dogs that we took in last year. The last highest year was 185 dogs in 2018. And we beat that record by October of last year. So we spent just over $300,000 last year on vet costs and dog supplies. And that's the most we've ever done. But obviously when you get more dogs in, the vet costs go up, and we've been taking a lot of dogs that have major medical issues that need very expensive surgeries.
Some of the calls we get are from families who go, look, my dog was just diagnosed with cancer and I can't afford to take care of my dog. I cannot afford that. I have 3 kids and I work 2 jobs. I can't afford to take care of a dog with cancer. Can I give him to you? Yes, we will take him, we will pay the bills, and we'll adopt him out, find him a good permanent home.
We take in any dog. It doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter their medical issue. Many of the dogs we get have behavior issues. The only dogs we will not take is if they have a bite history. I mean, there was one time we got a call saying, this dog has an obstruction. The family brought the dog in to be euthanized at the emergency vet. And they called us on the As Good as Gold line saying, will you guys help this dog? Had we not answered the phone at 10 o'clock that night, that dog would have been euthanized.
We try to help as many dogs as we can to go on to live their best lives. We adopt a lot of dogs from Puerto Rico because of the street dog problem.
Many of the Golden Retriever rescues in Illinois kind of partnered together for the China Dog Rescue a year or two ago and flew in 100 dogs on a plane that they chartered. So it still fits the mission of finding Goldens who need rescued, and sometimes they're just not in Illinois.
And obviously it takes money to make sure that they're healthy, and we're adopting healthy dogs to the families.
Almost all of these dogs are worth caring for, and they put all of their funding toward the care and treatment of these. So I know that they're using their resources wisely.
So I've been fostering for 14 years. I've had 136 fosters. I've kept 2. I've been able to help that many other dogs get to their forever homes, and it feels so good. It gives me my purpose. We took in 3 dogs from a commercial breeder, and I met a transporter in Hammond, Indiana. I took mine home, and a few days later, she had 14 puppies. I was in shock.
All right, guys, you ready? Let's go.
Their mom, Hope, who was rescued from a large-scale breeder, gave birth to 14 puppies.
There were some of them that were struggling to breathe, and I've learned along the way again how to revive them when that happens. Sadly, she laid on one of the puppies when I tried to get a 2-hour nap in just to get some kind of sleep, and I came down and I had lost him. He was the biggest one, and that was really hard. So 12 of them got adopted to wonderful families. The 13th puppy is still with me. His name is Peanut, and he was one of the ones that I had to revive. The main reason I have him is because he has multiple congenital heart defects. He was born with multiple problems, and he's not going to live long. He doesn't show any outward signs at all. He runs, he plays, he's happy, so I'm just trying to make sure he has his best life.
You know, to take care of these dogs and to do what As Good as Gold does, we're trying to make a legacy of love.
I get more from the dogs than they get from me. It's love. It's knowing that these dogs are going to have a good life.
That's the thing about Goldens. They're just pure love. They are total pure love, and they can do no other. Their whole body wags. When their whole body starts wagging, you know that you've made a dog.
That's the reward, that those dogs who didn't deserve a bad life get the good life.